Ah, I guess I'll start. Hi. Cat on my lap already. He started early today. He nestled the mic at the beginning and purred into it. So sorry if you guys heard my cat attacking. It's okay. Hello everyone. So I have a lot of commission works to do. I don't know if I'm gonna be staying on the same commission all night tonight, so all night. Yeah, so I just said various because like right now I'm working on a save the day card. That's pretty exciting. Actually more excited though because it was a new comic book day and for DC and stuff, but I was sorting indies and Marvel for tomorrow, and Penguina by Antarctic Press is out, and I'm on page 35, so you should buy it, okay? Yeah. Very exciting to actually be like legit published in something that's maybe no Twifu. You don't have a choice. You have to. You have to. Right. Ah! Thank you for the bits. I don't actually know what triggers... So I turned in my Potoru, but I don't remember what triggers it. So yeah, you know, there's just gonna be a random Potoru coming up, and I'm not sure why, because I don't remember the trigger for it. It's been so long, but I still had it saved on here, so I just put it back. I don't know if it's like follower or subscriber. It's obviously not bits since you just threw one at me. Nom 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 fries. Yeah, it's just now you guys, now that I'm published in a comic, you guys all have to give me your admiration in fries and money. That's what I said on the Discord. I'm teasing, guys. I mean, I'm not going to say no to fries. Or money. I had a bit of a scare with money this weekend, actually. So my bank decided they did not like the check for my boss. So it was weird though, because I got an email saying, oh yeah, your check went, you know, the check was accepted or whatever. It's like, okay, cool. So I paid off, I went a little crazy and paid off a lot of a bill, like a really high end bill. And because of that, without that check, it actually knocked my bank account negative, because they were like, well, we don't like this check anymore, so we're taking that money away until we figure out what's going on. So I got to fight with them on that. So that was something. Okay, cat is off my lap. He's done with me, I guess. But yeah, so I was like kind of freaking out, but I called and talked to them, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, first off, I guess because it was less than $50 negative or whatever. Luckily I had a bunch of PayPal money. I had jumped in, and that's what saved me on that. Was like, yeah, you know, you won't get charged anything, and you have a little time to get it through. And then I got one of my clients, yeah, it's weird because I'm doing logo design suddenly again. I mean, I'm always open for it, but you know, not a lot of people ask me about it, and that's fine. It's not my strong suit. But yeah, so I got a check from my client. They paid me in check, and so that also helped. And then yeah, it was just like weird things. And then yeah, then I'm like freaked out. I'm like, Monday, I'm gonna run to the bank. I'm gonna fix all this, and I'm also gonna, you know, I went into the office Monday, the comic shop. I actually worked Monday because of the holiday last week. But yeah, so like I go check it in the morning, and I forgot I had another PayPal payment I had sent to be processed into my account. I was like, oh, because it was the same amount as the last one. I thought they were one and the same. I didn't realize it was two. So I saved myself there. But yeah, I have everything sorted out. And I was just like, oh my God, please, I don't need this stress. I don't know if because I don't really think I talked. I think this is after I streamed last time. Yeah, my physical therapist basically says she doesn't think physical therapy is really helping me, and that's not gonna fix my legs. So I was like, great, that's exactly what we all want to hear. Guess what? Nope, it ain't working. まあ仕方ないよ. I have a follow-up with him with the rheumatologist anyways after all these sessions are done. It's just like stress, and then that, and then like we've been doing crazy stuff for Akibasol, and holidays are hitting, and I have a bunch of commissions, and I still haven't decorated my house. I wanted to decorate. That I did an author show, which was fun to meet people there. I think that's about it. Oh, I did win something there though. They had a drawing, and I won a little set of end tables that I'm putting in our guest room. So we got to like, I was one of the first ones to win. So we got to like pick up whatever we wanted off the table. So I'm like, I'll take these little end tables here. They're nice. Yeah. So I was like, that'll be perfect. Everything else was like knickknacks and stuff. And I'm like, I just don't really have a use for them. Some of it was like bed sheets and stuff, which isn't bad, but I'm like, where would I put these? I don't really need these. I have enough sheets for now, and they're not even like the type I would normally want. Sorry guys, I'm that kind of person. I'm picky. No, that was cool though. Yeah, I met a lot of people, and with any luck, I did meet a publishing company there that actually may want to talk to me about potentially helping with some comic work in the future. So we'll see. Sometimes you gotta start little. I also want to say thank you guys who actually left reviews on my books on Amazon, because I had asked people to do that for my birthday. And some people did. Yeah. So thank you for that. I'm still fairly certain I know who Doctor. God, what is his name? The villain from Perry the Platypus is. Even if the friend or the person I called out on it is feigning innocence, I think I'm right. But yeah, like it's so weird because like Amazon won't like they basically just like ignore your book until you have at least 20 reviews on it. And I have sold so many copies and I've given away so many copies even through like free day or like cheap days on Amazon where I've just discounted the ebooks. And it's just people don't leave reviews. Like they'll tell me in person at a con, like I love this or I really liked it or whatever. I'm like, that's great. But all I need you to do is literally, even if all you do is go on Amazon and say, I enjoyed this, that's enough. I mean, heck, even if you just go on it and say, it wasn't really my thing, that's fine too. I mean, obviously positive reviews are preferred, but not everyone's going to like the same thing, and that's fine. Just once I get 20 reviews on it, Amazon Senpai will notice me, and then maybe they'll actually help me get more push in my books to get more people to buy them and see them. What real words? What do you mean? You can just say good or something. That's a real word. I don't know. I don't know what their requirements are. I just usually in that case when I've been helping other authors and like friends where we've exchanged books and read and reviewed them, I at least say like I liked it or something of that sort. Usually I do enjoy them. There are some that I'm like, oh man, you need a better editor though, which I did not call them out directly on Amazon on that. I mentioned it to them directly. I was just like, yeah, the concept and stuff is good. There is interesting tid points, but it definitely needs some editing work. I mean, I can't say I'm not, any different on that though. I need to. Finding editors is so hard when you're indie though, because you gotta either be able to pay out the wazoo, which is okay if you have like a whole marketing and stuff and you have the money behind you. But guys, I'm poor. Do I look like I have the money? I mean, look, guys, I can't even afford a roof over my head. It's snowing. I'm kidding, guys. I have a roof over my head. I just turned it back on my Potodu. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna trigger Potodu. I don't remember how it gets triggered. So we'll have to wait and find out. I mean, I guess I could go check. Prize. Thank you for the fries. Yeah, I don't know what triggers it. Why did she show up? She's still there, right? I mean, I'd assume so because this is all intact. It's gonna bother me. I gotta check. Otherwise, we're just gonna be blindly doing that, which I guess is also okay. What is this? Stream elements? So yeah, today it was really windy over here. I don't know how it was by you guys, but it's really windy over here. And I decided to stop for gas. And I've said it before, but I have Buttling's blonde hair. So basically, how I look here. And what is it? No, is it stream element? Yeah, okay. I walked out and it's so windy that as soon as I stepped out, I had my hair in a ponytail and all I see is my hair. It just literally like went across my face immediately. It was pretty like, huh, okay then. It's an alert box of some sort. What is it for? How do I see what it's for? What kind of alert box is this? Oh, maybe it's been showing up this whole time and I haven't noticed. Maybe it's the sizing is too. Give me a second. Let me fit this to screen. I forgot I changed the size of my stream. I bet you that's what it was. All right, I think it should show up with every what do you call it? Every like everything that happens. So yeah, it should have been showing up for bits. I'm sorry, that was me being. It's been over a year since I used this dude. But yeah, in theory now, I think I adjusted it correctly. Because yeah, it looks like it's set for kind of just anything. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I guess I'll give you a little more information on this commission. And so yeah, a couple years back, like so I do custom comics. I tend to get a lot on Etsy, and I tend to get them a lot as like presents. Like typically, it's usually like a female getting it for her significant other. That just seems to be the trend, at least for me. It might just be my style, or just the type of thing they think of, but whatever. So this particular girl had reached out to me over a couple years back, and had wanted to do get a comic, like a custom comic. Hers was actually a few pages done for her boyfriend at the time for like I don't remember if it was his birthday or what. I really don't remember that specific. The one thing I do remember specifically is because his was really unique. I don't know if you guys ever saw that like One Piece when I did. That's what it was. She literally had asked me to kind of like draw him into existing scenes. Like, well, I should say like add him into it story-wise. So I literally went through and recreated specific scenes. Like I redrew it all and adapted it and changed him in and moved things around like frames and stuff to get it to work so the story made more sense with him. But yeah, so this was this girl, and so she really liked it. Everything went well. She ended up ordering a cover and getting it in full color last minute and stuff. But it was really cool. We actually got it physically printed, and voila, he apparently really liked it. Well, so they are now engaged, and she basically came back to me and was like, they both loved the comic so much they thought it would be really cool, conceptually, to have the comic for the save the date cards. And because of that, she also was like, well, the first person we thought of course, was the one who originally drew the comic for us. So I was really excited that they came back and thought of me and everything. So it's been really cool. And I actually totally did not realize how close she lives to me until we've been chatting back and forth about like getting stuff done, and even like pictures of some of the pictures she sent me as references. I'm like, wait a second, I know that hiking trail. Or I know that spot in the city and stuff like that. No, so it's been really cool. But I'm really excited about that. I personally I'm very honored that they would include me in that, and that they liked my stuff enough that they came back for it. So yeah, that's what this is. So yeah, this is just the I'm also, it's a two-sided. This is the front side is what you're seeing right now. It's the back side is going to actually be done black and white, but I figured the front side would be more time consuming. So I've been working on that. Although I'm technically running into the deadline for this already, because it's just been a lot of extra work that I didn't, I guess I overdid and underplanned. Like I was like, I don't need to do all this, but I still did it all. So I added a lot of extra details I didn't need to add. And then of course, while I was at it, I was like, well, while I'm at it, the least I can do is also like actually do some design layout stuff. So I did. So I have like the design stuff on the right over here. And that's okay and all, but it's also like, should actually probably hide that in case you guys actually see it, because it does have like real names and stuff. But yeah, no, it was just like, that's great and all, but because of that, it's taking me a lot longer. But the backside should go easier. Hi, firearm! Wow, that was a weird squeak. Hi, firearm. You can tell the change in temps and everything is starting to really get to me vocally, but it's fine. Hi, kitten! Everyone is here! It's hailing over. Oh my god. It's so far over here. It looks to be, there's no sound, so I don't think we have hail or rain or anything. And I know when I drove home, it was still dry. Please don't send it my way. I don't want it. Ooh, you better keep it, Gustav. I know. Well, I was gonna say, Gustav, you're more likely to get badder weather, snow faster than us. Same with firearm, I think. Sound like you're in a car wash. Well, I guess it's good you're getting a house wash. Oh, awesome! I've been trying to get Samaru to come up here and visit me. I'm gonna show him the house and I'm gonna play games with him. We got some great games, and we have some really bad alcohol he has to try. Yeah, like ours, no, we just have, like Malort, but worse. Actually, is there anything worse than Malort? Well, you're taking it, Gustav. It's all yours. Oh, it's coming. It's going north of you. Oh, what? It's gonna hit. Oh, is it hitting you guys? Are you still in your normal place then right now, firearm? Tornado. Wait, is that a tornado? A nail. God, my eyes are horrible. I can't tell what that emote is. I guess I can wait, a tornado? An actual? That's plague. What? Stop, I don't know what that's supposed to be. What? Does it really? Oh my gosh, Kitten, be careful, because you're south. You're south of... Well, I don't know if you're that far south, but yeah, so Kitten, please watch out. The hail could become tornado. I didn't even know we had storm warnings like that. As far as I saw, no, she's not. Okay, she's not south enough that it's a problem. Well, I know it's weird for me because, yeah, I've always got... I never really thought about it, but I've always gone south for her house. But now that we moved further south from where we were before, I'm still going south. But I'm more aware of it now. Oh, okay, all the way down there. Okay, so we're just getting thunderstorms. I guess I should go check on Ramlock then. That's probably like his area. Maybe RTD and I don't know. I know Gray Fox is over by Oklahoma right now. So he said they were getting snow, but I mean that doesn't mean anything. I think he said Oklahoma. I don't know if he's like on the plane or driving or what. I don't know. He's actually from just south of me in the same state, so. Partial Texas? Okay, yeah. I would say it depends on the parts too. I know, like, for instance, Dallas is, even though it's like closest to some of those other states because it's not that far south, it usually avoids some of it, but like Austin and Houston can get hit. I don't know, I just worry about people. Nowhere near Dallas. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, that still doesn't mean that Ramlock or RTD wouldn't get hit, though. Too many people live in Texas, man. Or in that south area, I guess. I don't actually know where they live, per se, but... It's just really weird, because the only reason I even know that much is because time zones. Isn't it weird to think that... So for Indiana, most of Indiana is on Eastern. My little corner is on Central. It was a 16-hour drive for me to Dallas. Dallas is also on Central. Like, whoa. So weird. Like, I'm gonna lose an hour. Nope. Actually, I think while we were driving, we went through part of Eastern time zone and then hopped back to it, which made it even weirder. But yeah, it's been a while. I haven't done any long distance driving in a long time. I'm not sure I could do it anymore either with the narcolepsy. Guys, I'm sorry I've become like this. I want to do more shows again, but I'm like, I can't really go far. And I don't want to try to fly with books. I mean, if I do like author signings, that would be the exception, but I wouldn't be taking every single book and stuff. I would just be taking the book I was touring and maybe the other books in the series. Unless, of course, they're paying me the big bucks. Like by hotel. Well, because, yeah, another option would be if I knew somebody in the area, or like if it's going to be at a bookstore to ship it. I always have so much trouble telling, like I really like dark shading. So I'm always like, did I shade enough? Did I shade too much? I think it's okay. Oh god, that's horrible. I think it's time for you to change your vacation spot, Firearm. Actually, I have no idea what the weather is like for the next week. I have literally just started living day by day for weather. I get up in the morning, roll out of bed, I'll look at my phone, and I'm like, okay, I'm wearing this today. Like today, I'm actually wearing a t-shirt. No, I was not running around in just a t-shirt, but like I had t-shirt and pants on, and then like I had a sweatshirt jacket over it. But yeah, I had my winter jacket on, but I didn't have it zipped. And I was like, wow, it's warm. Why do I have this on? Twyfu, what you need to do is get a cape and then sneak into the theater to get your tickets. I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it would be fun to see some of these Broadway shows, and then other times I'm like, oh, the ticket fight seems like it's too much stress for me. I'm also not super big on musicals. Sorry. Wait, you're trying to go to New York City for it? Okay, well that makes a lot more sense too. That would be a lot harder. But that's like the Broadway, right? Oh, it's closing. They're finally evicting him out of the theater, huh? I've never actually seen any of the player. I know what this concept of the story is. I know as a child I saw a movie called, what is it, Phantom of the Megaplex or something? Yeah, they're making him leave the theater. He has to go back home. Like a normal person. Get out of here. Yeah, because I know he's got like a half mask because his face got injured or something, and then he hide out in the theater and he's all like, "Woo, I'm a ghost, fear me." Pretty sure that's exactly what it's like. It has a lot of fire. Okay, that makes me more interested in it. Now, like honestly, as a whole, I'm not like not into musicals. I just don't have the money to really put into that or the time. I need things that have, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say stimulus, but yeah, I like things that I can more zone out on. I feel like if I were to get into a musical, I would just want to sing along with the whole show. The last musical I went to was actually with A-Rex. We went and saw Anastasia few years back. Ma'am, that's a lie. Prior to that though, I think the only other musical I've ever seen was Pokemon Live back when I was like 10. That was actually really good, man. I'm so sad they never put it on DVD because like they literally recorded the Chicago show. You're seeing a show. What show are you seeing? I might be using the wrong terminology, guys. I am not a theater person. Come from away? Oh. You know what? The one I did want to see, or the one I'm curious about was, what was it? I can't remember what you said it was called. You know, I'm curious. The thing is, just because it's a musical or something doesn't mean it's not good. So, like, people who are like, oh, a musical, like, I'll watch something if it's good. What? Avengers the musical was awesome, man. You know what? I never actually saw Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, but I did some dance numbers from it. So that in one of the many dance studios and performances and whatever I attended. I don't even remember. I just know my dress had many colors. Surprise! It's been a while, guys. I was in dance starting at 2. I was in dance from about 2 to 12. So yeah, there's a long period in there. So there's a lot I did. That makes sense though. No, I saw more like ballets in person, obviously, because first off, a lot of them I was in. And then for the ones like, so I actually didn't make it into a lot of them because I was never a great dancer. That was more, definitely my little sister's thing, but even like, Kitten got into them more often than I did. So I got into like a lot of the local ones and stuff, but like the Chicago ones, like, nah, I didn't ever really get into those. I was also too tall and my dyslexia really made it bad. So yeah, which we didn't realize at the time. We just thought I got stressed easy. God. But yeah, so I would go see them all the time. I believe this is true. Speaking of Andrew Lloyd Webber, you know what's really funny is all I ever think about every time somebody mentions that. Did you guys ever watch The Nanny? Because there was that whole thing with the main guy, I can't even think of his name. I can only remember Fran Drescher, whatever. Yeah, he always is like Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's like he's funding a musical about cats. Nobody's gonna see that. So yes, every time people say that, that's exactly what I think. I don't go the normal route. I do actually want to see what is it? Hamlet? No, not Hamlet. Oh my god. Why? Why can I not remember his name? Oh my god, he's literally a historical figure in the US and I'm blanking. Hamilton, thank you. God damn it, guys. I'm not good with names today. I've clearly had enough sleep. I want to see that. And then Wicked has like I don't know if I'm really like super interested in it, but when I was younger, and Komiko was like my best friend, and we went everywhere together. She was obsessed with Wicked, so I heard the soundtrack all the time. And what's that song? Gravity is just gorgeous. Just like Cats has Memories is a really gorgeous song. Yeah, I don't think I'd go see Hamilton in person because it seems so hard to. I would just probably try to find a place to watch it online. That's okay with me. I don't need the theater experience. I like it at my house. I can eat popcorn and pee when I want. And if I miss something or I'm not really good at understanding. This is gonna sound like totally crazy, but I have trouble sometimes understanding English lyrics or English like when they're saying it. So sometimes being able to pause and go back and see what they said and plus subtitles, you can help. I'm not expecting Wicked to be like serious. I know the general concept, and Wizard of Oz is, I grew up with that as a kid, but it wasn't exactly not corny either. I don't know how I feel about Lion King being on stage, but that one was because I definitely grew up with that one. COVID. I don't know what Dear Evan Hansen is. That one I'm not sure of. Yeah, I'm not super well versed. Okay, I'll believe you, Twyfu. Yeah, Twyfu is where I learned my musical stuff from, basically. Although, back when I worked at the print shop, one of the interns was really big into, what is it, Book of Mormon and, what was the other one? The one where the internet is really great from porn song comes from. That's good to know. Yeah, I think part of it might be if you just... That one I would definitely go into with lower expectations and like, why? I still laugh when they're like, a live action Lion King is like, dude, Avenue Q, thank you, yes. I've never seen them. I just know a couple of the songs because the intern would sing them. Yeah, the Lion King live action always definitely seems dumb to me because I'm like, dude, they're lions. Technically, a true live action would just be like lions with no noise. Or no talking. It'd just be like, rah, 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 rah. But yeah, the one music I was mentioning earlier, Twyfu went and saw it and was telling me about it, and I actually think it sounds funny. It's about Henry, was it Henry VIII? It's about the dude that had all the wives and kept killing them. If I understand correctly, they're like pop idols or something. Six. Thank you. It's called Six. Or is it Henry the Sixth? I don't know. It's already... Yeah, but not all of them become pop stars afterwards. Oh god, no. That one just seems like it's right up my alley. Like, I know a lot of people were at first, like, there's actually a lot of my friends who seem surprised that I'm really enjoying Akiba, Senso Akiba Maid Wars or whatever. But like, as soon as I heard the plot, I was like, no, this is right up my alley. Akiba Soul the musical. That's just gonna be Wong screaming the whole time. Maybe some toe exposure. I might be one episode behind at this point. I think I still need to see 8, but we had to watch Chainsaw Man today, man. Important stuff. My god, I love Ronko. Not just because she's officially a year older than me now. For now. I love it. That's why exactly why I love it. So much murder. I still remember when it first came out, like Wong, like the first pictures that were coming out were just, showing the maids, and Wong's like, oh man, maids. And then like I suddenly saw a screenshot was just the scene with where Ronko just like shoots everyone and they're all just laying there. The one where she's like Moe Moe Kyun Bomb Bomb or whatever. Yeah. So I was like, okay, now I'm interested. You know what? I feel like even if I wasn't into the story for Chainsaw Man, I'm definitely not that far in the manga at all, so that helps, I think. But I would have to watch the anime just for the animation. The animation is gorgeous in it. Like the little subtle detail and everything is just, oh. I see, we got some weird noises redeemed. Yeah, no, with Chainsaw Man, I honestly, it's just, God, the animation. Like, everything is so smooth, and even, like, the little details, like, so one of the big things I always, with my students, even for working with, like, manga and comics and stuff, is a lot of things people overlook is secondary animation or secondary motion, which obviously in, like, comics is a lot harder to do, but that would be the things, like, if you guys aren't familiar with the term, obviously primary motion is, like, what do you have to do to walk? Move your feet. Secondary motion, depending on how the definition is, can be anything from like, well, your knees tend to move with it to your arms and your hair move with, like things like that. It's motion that I always consider it to me as like motion that you don't have to make that motion, but it's there. And yeah, they're just, Mappa is doing a freaking amazing job with Chainsaw Man. The aesthetic, the style, the little bits of subtlety in the animation, and it's just like, oh my god. Yeah, so like a big chunk of the time I'm just like, no, this story is awesome and the characters are great, but I'm so in love with the animation and art. And it was also pretty cool to find out that Kenshi Yonezu, that the one who does the opening song, apparently really wanted to do the opening song and had already been planning for what he would do if he ever got to do it for years now, so I'm also not going in thinking it's going to be a very happy story, though, which makes it interesting. We're getting a lot more of those, I feel like, stories that don't, like, clean up nicely. I mean, yeah, it is exactly the world. Wong said in the background, it's the world. I've got some predictions I can tell you later, Firearm. Not you. No, I won't see him on stream. I'll tell you later, Firearm. And you can just be like, no, stop, if I'm right. Or just not say anything, too. Wong doesn't like my predictions because most of the time they come true. I still remember when I was playing Nier Automata and I made my prediction on the ending not super far into the game, but I had done a bunch of side quests, and that's where I got my idea, and then I sat on it for a bit and thought about it, and then like I put a thing together. And then like I told Wong, and he didn't say anything. He just kind of looked at me like, huh? And then I got to it and I was exactly right. And then he's like, I don't even know where you got that. And I was like, well, there was this one quest that kind of mentioned it. And there were some other things that it's like, no, you're not supposed to read that into it. But I'm like, I did. Yeah, so I've already got some predictions. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to be right anyways, which is going to be sad. But oh well, it happens. We all know who the real best character in Chainsaw Man is, right? If you did not guess Nyako, you're wrong. Or Cats Unexpected. Although Pochita is also an MVP. No, I think that's part of it. Is for the most part, I like every character in it. I will take that back though. I do not like Kobini. What is her actual name? I keep calling her convenience store. Hi, Ramlock. Are you doing okay? No bad weather by you? Himeno was great. I really liked her. Power is... I knew she was going to be my aesthetic from the moment I saw her. I did not really know the cat thing, though, so that made it even better. Apparently, there's bad weather down south. Yeah, I always think she's a kombi. Kombini. Yeah. Kombini ni iko. You should. I just don't like her at all. I don't think I ever will, which is probably okay. Knowing my like she'll be like the one character that survives. I'm like, God damn it. Oh, I don't know. I was just told south. I was not told specifics like that. I was told it hits part of Texas, but yeah. And I know somebody that was driving through Oklahoma and stuff also saw snow. So I don't know. Dude, right outside, like Kenton is only like 40 minutes south of me, so it's less than 40 miles, and she has hail right now, so I don't know. I don't even hear wind or anything. Like, there's no... It wasn't really windy this morning, because that's why I got to taste my hair this morning. I'm still not cutting my hair, though. It was just warm enough I wasn't wearing my winter hat. Well, either way, I'm like, I know the solution. There's a house down the street for sale for me. You got to move in now to that house, not my house. You got to buy that house. You got kidneys, right? God, it would be so awesome if somebody who was friendo could move in there. I don't think it's a cheap house, though. I'm gonna tell everyone that, though. Everyone who's like, oh, I'm looking for a house, be like, move here. Fair. Kitten, I told you to move there too, but I know you can't buy it. I'm sorry, I've not made my first million in books, so I can't buy you that house either. House market is pretty bad. Apparently, yeah, I mean, I figured it was, you know, not just the US that it was like that, but I specifically was talking to somebody, I don't remember, I think they were Philippines, because I talked to a few where they were saying that, like, yeah, they were explaining theirs, and I was like, yeah, it's just as bad, it's just differently. It's the same thing where there's not a whole lot of low cost housing, and so you end up with all these homeless people, and they're just building these big ass houses, and they're like, why is nobody living in them? Why is everyone homeless? Gee, I wonder. I still can't believe they're building up more houses right around me too, and I'm like, they're building it right near the swampland. Like, what are you, or the marshes? Like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's so weird to think we have like swamp and marsh in my area. But yeah, the dunes, the Lake Michigan dunes are really, yeah, they're really unique, I guess, because of all the ecology that's around there. Weather event happened to you? What do you mean the world? What? I don't understand that. I'm sorry. My English is not very good. Ah, sumimasen desu kedo. Amari wakarimasen kedo. Yeah, I don't I think, but if, wait, what does that mean? I still don't get it. World exploding, like, what? Like a volcano? Maybe? Reminds me, there's been a volcano in Hawaii. Again. What? Yeah, Hawaii is on a volcano. It is a volcano. Ugh. Oh my god, I can't say volcano now. God damn it. There we go. Volcano. Volcano. Volcana. God, words are hard, man. Who decided to invent words? What's that? No, in your hand. No, that other thing in your hand. The cards. Wong is not being very helpful. He's cutting open something, and I asked him what it was in his hand, and he's like, scissors. I'm like, no, what's in your hand? Scissors? No, that other thing, the thing that looks like cards. Paper. I mean, he's not wrong, but I think it's a Gudako game. You're not wrong. That seems like a great thing to do at that time. Oh. Oh, okay, that thing when they kill the grid. Okay, that's fair. Right, guys, it's time. It's time. Yeah, I think it was only in like 2021, right? The whole grid show. Yeah, because like obviously I talk to Ray Ray all the time, and she's from Texas, so that's why I started going down. Well, technically I went to Dallas for cons before I actually really started talking with her, but when she realized I was down there, she's like, "Huh, maybe I should come see you and hang out." And then like I just kind of made it a yearly thing for a while when I could handle it. Back when I was a little thing. Back when I was a little lad. Said though, Dallas was a 16-hour drive. Staring at fire. Whoa. I mean, I do remember having like we had a really like so we get snow all the time. I mean, obviously, we're in the north. I don't get it to the extent that other people like. I mean, we get it pretty bad, but we don't get it even as bad as some others. But yeah, it's never fun. But we had when I was a kid, we had snow and there was a power outage for like a couple. It was almost a week, I think, because I just remember we were off school that whole time. But yeah, it with the snow and the blizzard and everything, it took out all the power too. The most reason I remember that is I had to have been in like my guess is I was still in elementary school, maybe middle school. But I know my mother was doing home daycare for a girl I went to school with, so it would have I didn't even meet her until like yeah, I think it was right at the start of middle school, so I would have been like maybe 11, 12. 10? Yeah, 10, 11, 12, I think is U.S. Ages for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, approximately. But yeah, anyways, it might have been when I was a little younger than that. But yeah, I just remember we didn't have the power, of course, but we had, my parents had a gas stove. So we had the stove on and open to get warmth, which probably was not the safest thing. And then, we pulled the mattress from the bedroom upstairs down to the living room, and so myself, Kitten, and Sakura all basically slept on the mattress, cuddled up. I'm trying to think if we used to do home daycare for a couple kids, but the one I remember the most is Homer was what we called him, but his real name was Homero Martinez III. He liked to point that out every now and then. I never met the first. I only met the second. That was his dad. But yeah, it was like I think he may have stayed over with us during that time for part of it too. So he was probably on the mattress with us too. It was a little. He was younger than even Sakura, so maybe we were just cold, man. I think my at least my mom slept down with us too, but I think she slept on the couch. You know, lived in blankets. It's a weird time. But yeah, like since then, I don't think we've ever had anything hit us that hard. And I mean, obviously, here, because we get snow all the time, we're a little better prepared for it. That whole thing with Texas, I still think is so ridiculous. And even now, they're like, well, we know this is a problem. We still haven't fixed it. And like, oh my God, you idiots. Not you, the people, you, the government, or corporations who have not done anything. Not your guys' fault. You live in Texas. I swear I don't have anything against Texas. I just don't like it when people don't help people. actually just be working on this the whole time. I was like, I'm not going to just be working on this. I lied. Yeah, when there's different weather you're not used to, it makes sense. Like, for instance, when Wong first started living here, because, you know, Wong came from Hawaii, so, like, it's a totally different set of environment and natural disasters and stuff. I remember the first time we had a tornado, it just, like, a tornado warning and stuff, he just wasn't sure what to do, and I'm just like, whatever. I've grown up around these tornadoes. You know when it's bad. That joke about Midwesterns being like, yes, there's a tornado in the air is unfortunately not as false as I'd like it to be. You can just tell, like, through the sky. And I mean, obviously there's going to be exceptions, but, like, you'll look at the sky and be like, yes. Gustav would know. Yeah, Wong pointed out that Gustav heard him talk about tornadoes during like, I mean, technically, they always advise you to stay away from the windows when there's tornado weddings. Wow. Tornado warnings and stuff, but it's a lot of it is like, I try to stay away from them, but I also kind of can judge what it's going to be based on how it's been speeds and stuff. I used to be wanted to be a storm chaser for a while as a kid, so I did a lot of research on that. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty easy if you see them all the time to figure out, okay, this is gonna be a bad one, this is gonna be an okay one. And because technology for them has improved so much, there is, I mean, I wouldn't say, like, you know, if they tell you there's a huge funnel that dropped down like 2 streets over, yeah, no, I'd be in my basement in a flash. I guess it was really weird to me too to learn that I never really thought about it, but I had been seeing a meme going around where about, like, it was one of those, like, stupid people on the internet or whatever, and it was a tornado drill, and, like, somebody's like, oh man, they're making them pray, like, do Muslim prayers, and I was like, it's a freaking tornado drill. But I guess because it's not done everywhere in the US, it makes sense, and obviously elsewhere. But if you guys are not familiar with what that entails, is we'd have to go out into the halls from the classroom, so, like, where the lockers are, depending on what grade we're in, because we didn't have lockers for the earlier years. Middle school is when we didn't get lockers until 6th grade. But yeah, you would basically get on your knees, like, ball up, put your head on your knees, ball up right against it, and then put your hands over the back of your neck. And obviously, if you can't figure it out, the reason is because those are your face and, you know, like, your chest and stuff, and even the neck are some of the easiest places to be cut open by debris. So you were protecting them. But yeah, that's just Wong was like, yeah, I didn't know any. He doesn't understand. Do you want me to show you? Yeah. But no, so we had to do those all the time. I feel like fire drills were done everywhere, at least, but that's what we did. But yeah, we didn't have, like, obviously we didn't have, like, hurricane warnings or anything. Oh no, Lake Michigan is causing a hurricane. No, it just gave us a polar vortex. Thank you very much. It does give us some lake effect snow, but I'm on the edge of where it hits, so I don't always get it. Yeah, it's just weird things to think about, because you're like, right, it makes no sense. Why would they do, you know, tornado drills in a place that doesn't get tornadoes? I've only seen the last. What have you seen? I also feel like Because of where we are too, I think we generally don't get anything higher than like a F3 for tornadoes in right in our area. Although down right south of us we've had F5s before. Oh, the F your stuff and hope for the best. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had an F5 when I've lived here. Like so yeah, so if you guys don't know too, the rating scales of tornadoes, F1 is like baby. F2 is a little worse. F3 is probably the first one that actually starts causing damage. Um, F4 is obviously worse, and F5 is like, as they put it in Twister, total devastation. Sorry, I really like Twister too, guys. That's one of my favorite movies. But yeah, I don't think I've seen any of that really have been that bad. I know we've had like an F3 here, but I've never actually seen it. I was inside the house. In fact, I didn't even know like what was happening. I was in the basement, go figure, because that's where I hung out as a kid with my sisters and any of the kids that were over for home daycare. But yeah, it's like we heard like what sounded like a train, like which you know isn't super unusual, I guess, because there's a lot of trains not that far from me. But like, yeah, we heard like a train, what sounded like a train engine. The biggest thing that made it weird though is because yeah, it sounded like it was coming down the street. Like we're like, what the heck? It sounded like it was right down our street. And then apparently a bunch of the houses lost. Like some of them were worse than others, but like our stretch, I guess, didn't get too bad. Where my parents lived, but yeah, there's like house shingles and stuff. Cause yeah, I also remember it was the same year that my mom likes to point out that they got their roof fixed for free because of the damage. Like, yay. I don't remember it being that bad, but I was also so young. I don't think a lot of it I would have been super aware of, like as far as like understanding. So yeah, but wind balls? Eh? So, but so is that still a typhoon then? Eh? Wait, typhoons and wind balls don't use the same rating? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so Wong was just telling me just now, in Hong Kong they have he called it wind balls, but it makes sense. It's the kanji for like the reading for typhoon, basically, if you want to go literal. But yeah, so they use an F system too. Yeah, it's an F scale. They use an F scale for all of them, don't they? Eh? Oh, never mind. He says it's 1, 3, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so he said they have an 8. They've had an 8, and it was like 72 to 100. Oh, and okay, and he said that if he's had a 10, he'd not like. I guess the best way to put it is kind of like where me, where if it happened, he wasn't 100% aware of it. But oh, do you hear it? I meant you particularly. Did you have an F10 and realize? Oh, thanks for the hydrate. Wow, that's fun. Fish are being thrown. Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have. Yeah, he says you tape up all your windows with X's, which makes sense because you stabilize it. And I drank. Thank you for the hydrate. What? A 3-level cloud system for the rain. Interesting. Oh, so it's kind of like how we're like thunderstorm and severe thunderstorm. Oh. Wong is explaining to me. Oh. Okay, so what Wong is saying, so they have like a scale for rain too. It's black, red, and amber. Is that correct? Yeah. So which one is the lowest? Amber is the lowest. So it's like 1 inch per hour, I think is what he said. Ah, no, that's actually not that much. 2.5 inches for what? Is that the black one then? Yeah. So 2.5 inches. I don't think 2.75. I don't really consider that big either. Exceeding that, okay. And And what's red then? Oh, red is actually in between them. 1.9 inches. I don't. What is? I guess it would be harding would be falling really hard. But does anybody know like what our standard precipitation like in regards to like how many inches of rain per hour or whatever falling is in the Midwest area, U.S. Or if you can, Chicago is fine too. 'Cause we're close enough. We usually share the same weather. I know. Now we're talking about weather. I really get distracted by stuff. I like learning stuff though. True. Yeah, U.S. is way. Yeah, because he pointed out too that the rain is more of an issue, obviously, in Hong Kong because everyone's a lot closer together. Where in the U.S., there's like open areas where nobody lives except for Bigfoot. Waiting for Wong to roll his eyes at me. He's just going, "Oh God!" in the background. We were watching what is it called? Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, Wong kept calling it Mysterious Mysteries. There's some really dumb ones in there. Yeah, no, this is all really interesting. I want to go look up some others. We actually do get earthquakes around here too, but so if you guys, I'm sure you guys do, but if you did not realize, earthquakes are caused by fault lines moving against each other roughly. It's the friction from them having rough sex. Wong's like, what? But yeah, so that's where it comes from. But so typically the reason like the earthquakes in like California and stuff are so bad is because the fault lines are so high. Like they're very close to the surface because I believe it also has to do with like how low to the like close to the sea level and stuff the places are too. But where we are, our fault line, we have a really big fault line running under like Midwest area, Indiana, Chicago area. But because it's so deep, we don't usually feel the earthquakes much. Like once or twice we'll get a little and be like, "Huh, what's that?" Oh, it was like there was one time I thought I was getting sick because I felt the shaking, and then it turned out no, it was an earthquake. Never mind. My first experience that I actually actively remember with an earthquake was actually when I was in Japan studying. I was shaking my desk with my knee because like sometimes I'm one of those people. I'm pretty jittery. I move a lot, so I was moving as I was studying. I was moving my knee, and I just I stopped it, and then suddenly the desk was still shaking. I was like, huh, and then that's when my roommate's like, oh my god. She runs into the room. There's an earthquake. And I was like, oh, that explains it. But yeah, so like, well, we do feel them a little bit over here. Yeah, and also, by the way, that was not a very severe earthquake, obviously. If it was just, it shook my desk a bit. But yeah, so even if we tend to get, like if there are really bad ones over here, because I think every kind of natural disaster in the U.S. uses the F system. F for respects, that's why. No, that's not why. I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why they set it up like that. Guys, do I look like I know everything? I know know a lot of nonsense we don't need to know, but I do not know everything. I only know what I know. But yeah. I did a lot of studying about tornadoes, so that's why that's kind of like my specialty. What do you know about serial killers and tornadoes? I got this. I'm sure this my weird knowledge will come in handy one day, right? When we face a serial killer tornado. Sharknado. No, I was thinking like this tornado has like a knife and he's gonna shiv you. He like saw blades, right? I think I only have a little bit left to do on him. That's nice. So I might be able to finish the colored front of this today and maybe get a good start on the back for her today too. Very excited. I want to have this done in the deadline, but I doubt I will because the deadline's in like 4 days. But we'll see. We'll see. I just got like so worn out with stuff, so it made it hard. And then yeah, I had a lot of other commissions, which doesn't mean you have to stop giving me commissions. It just means I may have to tell you, oh hey, it's not going to be done for like if you need it for a holiday. Because I also have one holiday commission I'm still waiting on getting paid for fully, and so I'm like, I need to because it's going to be printed as a canvas, so it's going to be something I have to outsource. So that's a little panic there. At least I have the sketch done though, and I'm gonna do a really simple background with it. Okay, cool. Cool, I got the blue done. This is mostly a boring, let's talk about weather stream while I draw nothing. Why is Google talking to me? God damn it, Google, stop talking to me. Google, stop. He's trying to carry on a conversation, guys. She knows. He's on to me. Not at all what I wanted to write. I got distracted by Google. Nobody, me. So, guys, I don't know if you saw, for those of you guys who follow me on social media, or actually are my patrons, you may have noticed I actually put 2 as written chapters up this month because I missed one last month. Last month or the month before. Either way, I missed one. So you guys got a second to make up for it. So it's caught up now. But yeah, my caption on some of the stuff was like, no one, Tanel. Makes me think of a goat. I love Tanel. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off stream here so I can go shower and then I'll finish this later. But yeah, so basically this is what I have so far. This was here, but I have a vector mask on it for the text. So yeah. It's based off of... I did not give that dog highlights. That's creepy. It's based off of their proposal picture. Because, yeah, she actually sent me the picture of when he proposed, and it was very cute. So, yeah, I was like, it's been really fun. Like I said, I'm really happy to be a part of this, too. So that makes me pretty happy. Let me see. Do I have that picture saved? I don't think so. So I mentioned this earlier, but I want to actually share with you guys stuff now. So I mentioned, yeah, so if you guys go out tomorrow and go look at the new comics, look for comics by Antarctic Press. Let's see. Because I am published in one of theirs. I just have like a pinup in it, but still. So, wow, it's huge. There are actually 2 covers. This is the $5 variation. There is a $10 variation that's like foil or something. But yeah, so Penguina is the name of the book. I am on page 35. I will give you a teaser of what my stuff is because I'm having fun showing it off. I was very excited about it. So yeah, my copy came in at my comic shop because I had ordered it. But yeah, I'm printed in it. So I'm officially out by a published art. The comic. It's very exciting for me. It's a very small thing, but it makes me very happy. So yeah, I think you should go support it. And if you ever see me in person, I'll totally sign it for you. I would honestly love to find everyone who drew in this and get their signatures for myself. I mean, I guess I can sign for myself. It's kind of weird. But, you know, it'd just be cool to meet the other artists and stuff, too. Yeah. But that was kind of my big excitement today, was finding that. Like, oh, my God, it's out, and I'm in it. Yay! Let's see. Anything else? I don't think so. Yeah. I'm gonna be deciding on my schedule for karaoke for December soon, so we'll do that then. And I'll announce it on social media. As Written is caught up. I feel like there's more, and I'm just too tired. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I may or may not be streaming more this week. If I do, it'll be playing Star Ocean probably, or doing some co-op stuff with friends. Yeah. I am so wiped. Things have been so busy because it's the holidays, or getting close to the holidays, so All right, let me go ahead. We are gonna go find somebody to. I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna go find somebody to raid. Let's see who's on. This is normally about the time RTD is on. I don't know if he's. See who is on. Oh man, we should go raid the doctor. We're gonna go raid the doctor, guys. You ready? Go watch him play Overwatch with dumbasses. That's the cat name of his stream. This is this is Dragon Ball Joseph or Dr. Agon Ball Joseph. Guys, if you have pieces of cheese, fling them at him. It's important. Oh, right. Look at that. RTD just started. All right, let's go. We're going here. All right, guys, we're here.